Welcome back to Mixed Screens. Me, Judy.
I'm Erica.
And today, we are not drinking beer.
We're not. You have a beer in front of you.
Well, I do have a beer in front of me. It's, somebody left and it's half full, so I guess I'll just finish it.
Never let a beer go to waste or alcohol go to waste.
Waste not, want not.
But you know what? I learned a good lesson at one time about that. So, my cousin, whatever, don't matter what the name is. She had a wedding. She got married. Of course, everything at the wedding was champagne and wine, all you can drink. And it was in my uncle's backyard, so it was at my uncle's house. So we were just drinking all day, my mom and I. And my husband came a little later, but so he didn't have like all the champagne my mom and I were drinking. And then after that, you go over to the reception, which was like 20 minutes away in Inglewood or whatever. So that was open bar. So I switched from the champagne to like something brown. Brown. I don't remember what. I think probably rum. I think I was drinking like rum and cokes or something. So I throw back about 4 of those because they're free. I'm with my mom. Who gives a fuck? I'm with my mom and my husband, so who gives a fuck? And my entire family. So I get to drinking those. I had to have been fucked up because we've been drinking all day. So then, like, I try to get Edward to dance with me. He didn't want to dance, so I just grab some other dude, start freaking on him, like, right there. I don't care, like, whatever. And my mom was like, girl. But I was just dancing, like, having a good time, so who cares, right?
Sorry, this is how I dance. Sorry, right. I'm not sorry.
So, I mean, it wasn't nasty, but I'm right in front of, like, it wasn't. Okay, but anyway, that's not the point. So then my cousin, he was leaving, and I don't see him that often, so he had like a cup of, like, just white. That's all I knew. It was white. But he's like, I thought of him as, like, my good cousin, and he's, like, 12, 15 years older than me, so I just didn't think anything of it. So he was like, yeah, I'm leaving, gave me a hug. He was like, here, you want this? I was like, yeah. But in my mind, I'm like, this is my good cousin. So I never even seen him drink. So I thought it was like a little mixed little thing. So it was like that much. I just took it and just gulped the shit out of it. Just gulped it. And I didn't even realize it was straight. So now I got all this extra alcohol. I'm like, I got all this extra alcohol in me. So I think I just never had plans on driving that day. So we put my husband, he's like, I think I tried to drive at first. I was like, I can't drive. You drive, Edward. So he drove like literally not even like a half a block. Not even a half a block. He was like, I can't do this shit. Fuck this. So then my mom drove us. My mom was fucked up too. But I guess she just was like, I guess I'll be the adult here. And so, yeah, don't ever, I don't know, I know it was a point, like, don't ever just drink shit that, like, I know why. Because I said, don't ever just leave a beer, like, drink it, or don't ever leave alcohol, but sometimes you might want to because you don't know what's in there. And, yeah, I spent the whole ride home, that's the day my mom told me I called her a bitch. I did not. Or I did, but I didn't mean it like that. I was like, fuck you, bitch. Like, and I was convinced my aunt was on prescription drugs, and I was fussing about that the entire way home. Like, just obnoxious ass drunk. Anyway, what's been up with you?
So, I went this weekend, party. Family party. I had super fun on Saturday night. I went to White Party, Havana Nights. Friend of the family turned 50.
Okay.
And goddamn, like, can I just, like, say, like, oh my gosh, like, I took a photo of me and some family members, cousins, aunts. So the age range was from 21 to 50, and everybody looked so fucking good.
Oh, good.
I'm like, oh my god, if that's what 50 looks like, I am not mad.
Right.
And, like, that's my fit, so I was stoked. Got to go dance. That was it. It was drinking, dancing, and because it was a family party, it was, like, even better to go out dancing. Okay. Because then you don't have, like, a bunch of randos.
Right. Freaking up on you, like I just said.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was super fun. super fun. Like, my cousin called me the next morning, like, oh my God, what did I do? I was so drunk. I'm like, you were fine. Like, you didn't do anything. She's like, I told you I can't. I'm like, no, girl, I got you. And you know, girl, I'm a stoner. I ain't even trying to get drunk.
Right.
I like to go out to the parking lot, have my little hit, come back.
I'm kind of trying to get drunk, but not really.
I'll get your buzz. But then I was dancing so much that I sweated it all out.
Oh, okay.
So by the time we left, like, it was 2 and I was, like, sober by the time we were leaving.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's when the shit's supposed to hit.
No, they were playing the jams. Like, have you ever heard of Mellow Man Ace?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying. Oh, the name of the song just came to my head, but I lost it already.
Yeah, so he came to the party.
90s rap.
Yep, yeah, early 90s.
Might even be at 89.
I really think it's more like that. So,
and where was he from? Was he a Bay Area rapper?
Mentirosa.
Oh.
So that's his song.
Okay.
So he came out. No, he lives nearby. I think he lives up in the IE.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So anyway.
Man, I remember back in those days trying to sing that song and For La Raza.
Yes.
Kid Frost. And it's like, you singing all the words, but you don't know what the hell they talking about.
Dude, it's on, it's on my story.
As a matter of fact, what the fuck does La Raza mean?
The people.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, it's not the place, because I know that word probably would be. Kid Frost, as a matter of fact, I think he had cancer or something. He was having surgery last week. He's in the hospital.
Yes. Yeah, but it was sick as fuck, dude.
And what party was this?
50th birthday party.
Yeah.
It was like Havana night, so everybody's supposed to wear white.
Oh, that's why they were looking all Cuban looking, and they had their little hats and shit.
Yeah. They had a bunch of hats out there as party favors. And like I said, like, my family, like, we listen to music. Like, we know all the jams. Music. Yeah. So anyways, they had the jams. Like, anything you want to dance to, like, every single song was, like, ass-shaking worthy.
Alright, so
that was that.
We both had back to school today. That's not fun. At least not to me, because I've done it 1,800 times, so.
It's whatever now. I just find it weird that, like, you have to go.
No, you don't.
Well.
You feel obligated because if you don't, you're going to be, like, especially at the lower schools, like, the teacher's going to know. It's only going to be, like, you're going to be the only person that didn't come.
Yeah, I feel like elementary school is different. Like, you kind of want to go. You know, just to see, because it's in the classroom, it's livelier.
But not when you've had 3 kids and this kid has had, this is the same fucking teacher both times.
By the time you get down to the third, like, sorry, youngest kid,
I know what you do.
I
know what you do, homegirl.
Yeah. So, but, like, 6th grade, like, middle school, 6th, 7th grade, like, so middle school, and I guess, is it the same at high school, or, like, did you go
It's the same in high school.
Yeah, so when I was in middle school and high school, like, it wasn't normal. My parents didn't go.
Oh.
Or was it just...
we just go.
But did your parents go?
My mom did that shit.
Oh.
My dad, of course, wasn't even taking care of me at all, so...
Yeah.
Hell yeah, my mom did that shit.
Okay, my parents didn't do it. They didn't even do it for my younger sisters. And, like, I would... And my brother, like, I would go to their open house. Okay. So...
I have one of those parents that I live with. He didn't go. He didn't go with me.
Yeah, my mom and my dad. Neither one of them would go.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Like, some shit, now, like I said, I've been to this shit 2-3 times. I don't want to go. I'm not trying to be mean to that kid. It's just like, I'm sorry. Like, Special Persons Day, for instance. I could skip that shit.
Yes, that's so stupid.
I could skip that shit. Even though they really have cut down on the time and they did change the songs up a little bit, so that's better, but... I couldn't stand going to fucking special. In the first year, I didn't know. Ugh. I didn't know how it was, and I didn't go because I was working or whatever. So I didn't know, like, oh, your kid's not gonna have anybody. That's fucked up if you don't go.
Yeah.
or unless
Oh
you
my
can't,
God.
unless you can't, and then make arrangements with their friends.
Yeah.
So they could sit with them or something, but that is kind of fucked up if you don't go to school.
Yeah, it is, and that's what I don't like about it. I don't like the same with, like, I know we disagree about the fundraising, but I just don't think it's cool when you just leave a kid out, especially when they are such, like, the minority. Like, that's damaging for a child's self-esteem.
That is true.
Like, that could carry on for the rest of their life.
Like, if they actually did an audit, they would probably see that the poorer kids are getting left out of fucking everything.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And it's like, yes, I get that we live here and we need to contribute, but at the same time, like, some of us live here because we just want a better future.
Right.
You know, we're contributing as best as we can.
Or not all of us live here. There's plenty of people that live in Long Beach and surrounding cities that still go to these schools.
Yeah, but there's also, like, an influx of people moving into the neighborhood. Also, multiple families living in a unit.
Yeah, because this shit's expensive.
Yes,
okay.
And what do you call it? Some people, I know people who have moved, like, from Long Beach, or they rent their house out and they rent somewhere here.
Someone at my job told me that that's what they would do if oh my God, that's what they would do if they lost their job. Wow, that motherfucker lost their job today.
Wait, what would they do if they lost their job?
Cause so his kid started kindergarten like 2 years ago, and I was like, dude, and they live in Long Beach. I was like, put your kid in the school, go to Lee actually.
Yeah.
And so he did, and he was like, man, I love it. He was like, if I ever lose my job here, we're gonna rent our house out and rent an apartment here. Okay, so that's what my mood is about.
So
they fucking fired like 8 people today.
That you work with?
Yes. That shit fucks with people. Like, when that shit happens, if it's one person, you're like, oh, maybe they're fucking up or something or whatever. When it's a whole group, and remember, that's not the first time they did that. That's why I got my fucking promotion. Because they fucking swept like 12 or something.
Yeah.
Dude, y'all tripping. I gotta figure my shit out. This is not the right time for me to be worried about no shit like that.
Right.
But I'm like, okay, I made the cut, but who knows, what y'all gonna do in 2 months or whatever.
Yeah.
So, that shit got me on edge. I heard of a study that says, like, that 8-hour shit is dumb. Because however much work you give somebody, they're gonna stretch that shit out no matter what to 8 hours. If you just give somebody, don't give them a time. Just say, here's your task for the day. Or whatever. You know what you got to do. That person is still going to get that shit done. It could be in 6 hours. It could be in 10. Fuck off. Like, nobody complains about me. Nobody. I work with people across departments. Everybody's like, at the end of their emails, they're like, you're so awesome. That was so quick. Oh, you're amazing. Like, all, like, positive, awesome, like, ooh, happy faces and memes. Are you getting memes and shit? Like, you're awesome. Like, shit,
gifts.
like, yeah, gifts and shit. Like, but I don't know. That was a long ass side note. But no, that's why I'm feeling that way today.
Yeah, I can imagine. Gosh.
I was like, this is the wrong time for me.
Yeah.
For this type of shit. But at least I'm
You need to understand what I'm going through right now. Okay.
It's okay.
Lady. Listen, Linda.
Right? Goddamn.
That's crazy. Well, today I went, my brother, he graduates from the police academy next week. So he had a couple weekends ago, he had a family day at the academy.
Oh.
And then today they do a run from headquarters on Broadway to the Belmont Pier.
Oh, yeah, it's at Long Beach.
Yeah.
Oh, boom. Not to interrupt you, but that is a prime example of a future police officer that comes from the fucking community. That is great.
Yeah. Yeah. There used to be this at-risk youth program called PAL, Police.
Oh, yeah, I know about that. Police Athletic League.
Yeah. So, and it was on the west side. And the thing about Long Beach is, like, there's the LA River. And if you live west of that river, like, the river is right next to the freeway. So it's, like, two, like, busy-ass bridges.
Right.
There's the homeless people that live there are intense. Like, well, okay, they are intense, TENTS. There's little tents there.
Okay.
I had family from Texas in, and I said that's the LA River Estates.
Oh shit.
The River Estates
Oh
over there.
shit.
And so you don't get to, as a kid, you don't get to cross over.
Right.
So it's just that Wilmington, and there's refineries, and the port is right there. So it was good to have that, but they disbarred it, like, or they got rid of it. Budget cuts and shit like that, but it would be dope if my brother could, like, get that going.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. The reason why I know about that is when I worked for the Housing Authority, we worked a lot with PAL.
So anyway, that's what I did.
Oh my god, wait. Okay, so we have watermelon. The other day, I got some watermelon from Trader Joe's. And you know I love my fucking watermelon. So I opened the package right in the car. My car is running and shit. I rip it open. I got a fork. Because, you know, Trader Joe's got little forks when you walk out. So I had a fork. And the wedges are kind of long. They're probably like 3 inches long. So I got my fork. I stick it in that wedge. I got me a big old wedge of watermelon. I'm fucking that shit up. I'm fucking it up, Judy. I look up. It's this white lady, like, diagonal in her car, just staring at me. I was like... Basically, I just, like, mid-bite, I just stopped with the watermelon, like, just in my mouth, like, half in my mouth. And I just looked at her, because I was like, oh, this bitch caught me. But I didn't give a fuck. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. And I just went back to eating it. Mark, and that was funny. I was like, she was really like, oh my God, it's true. For real, like, weird shit went through my mind. Like, I really thought that's what she thought. Like, oh my God, it's true. Like, like she was witnessing it for the first time. I'm sorry, like, it's not the first time I've been caught by white people eating watermelon. Fried chicken, too.
Caught by white people eating watermelon. That's the title of it.
It's not the first time. How would you write that? Like, caught by... That's too long, but caught by white people eating watermelon. And then what? Like a semicolon or something? It's not the first time. Or what? Parentheses? Or italic?
No, put that in the description.
It's not the first time.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have something like that? Like, as a Latina, like, because fried chicken is another thing. I'll be fucking up some fucking chicken, fried chicken. And then it's like, I can't, it's not like I can't do it around white people, but it's a thing, like, it's in your head.
I don't know, like, burritos? Are we, like, grubbing on burritos, or?
But you actually have that feeling.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Actually. Mm-mm. Plus, I feel like we can cook anything, like, any kind of food. Like, Latinos can cook, so,
I'm just talking about, like, if you just, like...
just, like...
No, because everybody loves, like, Mexican food, too, so that, like...
Maybe if we're, like, getting drunk off tequila...
Or, have you ever... Oh, my God, this was the best thing ever. I don't even know why I'm asking you, have you ever? I'm sure you have. So, at my old apartment, my neighborhood was predominantly Latino. Mm-hmm. It was interesting. That's a good topic, too. Like, it's either... I don't know. I find it interesting, like, the Latinos that don't like black people. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't understand that shit. But it's like either or. They either fucking don't like black people or they're totally fucking cool. I had like 1 to 2 bitches one in my building and then maybe another in my neighborhood that you could tell bitch wouldn't say hi. She would see me coming to the gate, slamming my face. Like, she was like, I was ready to fight her. Like, if she ever did any sideways shit to me, I was ready to fight the bitch. Because she was always just super rude. Like, the type that'll tell her kids, like, oh, don't talk to her. When I'm over here nice, giving you a fucking, I bet your daughter ain't gonna tell you I gave her 2 fucking grilled hot dogs then, if she can't talk to me. But anyway, have you ever had, so my friends, I had lots of friends, gave me, like, she had a branch. I was like, what is that? Garbanzo beans. She had, like, the whole branch. Fresh. Mm-hmm. I was like, what? Let me taste that shit. That shit is good as fuck. So, like, maybe something like that. I don't know, like, if you just sitting outside with your garbanzo bean branch, like, I don't know, no, but that's not even embarrassing either.
We haven't been, like, culturally shamed. Like,
right. I mean, you have been, but...
Like, regarding eating food, like I said, like, I don't know. Well, unless
maybe if your dad was, like, a migrant farmer or something like that.
Or maybe, like, I don't know, like, unhealthy, like, Mexicans eating, like, a whole, like, meat burrito or something like that. I don't know.
No, I guess you don't have it.
No.
No, because you can have a mango. It don't matter. It's not the same stigma.
Right.
Even if it was like a burrito.
Yeah, they're like,
there wasn't... It's not the same. Tequila? Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, but back to this, like the Mexican people that don't like black people.
Oh, yes.
It's just what it is. It's just a habit that's just passed on to you. And people just aimlessly, like, just keep disliking, which, like we've discussed before, it goes back to, like, skin color, having a dark, you don't want to mix with somebody that's darker, because then your kid would have dark skin, and then they wouldn't have as many privileges.
I got another answer.
Okay, what?
So, I'm just speaking of California and LA in general. Just that. We're right next to Mexico, right? Generally, black people live in lower income communities. Generally, Mexicans that come here live in the same exact neighborhoods. We're pinned against each other somehow.
Oh, well.
And also...
In that aspect, yes.
Also, like Mexican families are way different than African American families. Not to, like, shame African American families or anything, but it's just a different dynamic. So I also kind of think, like, maybe a lot of Mexican families, since they stick together, like, we don't need to fucking integrate with, like, we live here, we live next door to y'all, but we don't have to fuck with y'all. We got, like, our whole family. Like, we don't even have to fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe it was kind of like, this is just an idea. Like, maybe, like, Mexicans kind of just stayed within, and I don't know how black people reacted to it.
And then it could also just be like, there's also the element of just when you have a lot of black people living in an area, and then you have an influx of Mexican people that move in, then all of a sudden you're having to share things. You have, like, 2 cultures are coming together, so there's always going to be some sort of misunderstanding, getting to know each other, like, so each other's culture, and then
I feel like black people are I feel like black people are welcoming, but as far as, like, when it comes to, like, criminal aspects or something, then it becomes territorial. So I don't know. I mean, I don't, because I'm not even talking about, like, gang. I mean, like, when I said that, I'm kind of talking about, like, gangs and, like, drug dealers. But previously, I'm not talking about gangs. I was talking about, like, families and just regular people. Like, why is there this divide? And it's clearly not across the board. It's not like all black people hate. Yeah. No, it's not that at all.
Right.
It's just, I'm talking about why, like, there's just a handful or whatever, or just, we've had times in LA County where there has been like a Mexican black kind of feud, like some serious shit. Or not Mexican, Latino at that point when when you're talking about like a full gang situation.
Right. Oh yeah, there's stupid shit, but then it's just like a whole combination of things. Yes, like you have
and the abuelas too. What's up with the abuelas? They're tripping maybe.
On what?
Like family. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Well, I would say the abuelas, the older women, like they are trained to not want to mix with black people because then you'll fall in love with them.
That's why I said that.
And then your babies will be darker skin, and then they won't have access to the same privileges that white people have. So that's all it's about. Like I said, like the caste system.
That's why I said what about abuelas.
But then also, if you think about it, did they have any education? Like, no, they didn't have education. They had to work like right when they were teenagers. So they don't know like this.
Generally speaking.
Yes, for the most part, and it's actually very rare. Like if you think about it, when my grandmother was at college age, that was like the 60s.
Okay.
So, like the early 60s and maybe even the late 50s. So,
see, look,
what Mexican women went to college then?
Well, guess what though? My grandparents were college age in the 40s. And my grandpa did go to college. I'm not sure if my grandma went to college. But I know my grandpa definitely went to college.
Yeah, and that's a rarity.
And so they were both, I'm not going to say prominent, but they were both like, to me, when I see you talking about 1942, 1945, these motherfuckers was doing shit. They were owning homes, and there's lots of African Americans and Latino people that were purchasing homes back in the 40s. They had their house built. They purchased their land and they had their house built. But the thing that, disclaimer, this was in San Mateo, which is the Bay Area, San Francisco area. So, like, things for black people out there at that time were a lot different than a lot of different places in the world, even LA. Like, it was a lot different out there. LA, we over here, Watts riots came in the 60s, but I mean, we over here doing some whole other shit. I'm like, what, porn?
My phone just said, could not recognize your voice. Bitch,
my voice?
Right? Wait, why are you even talking right now? I ain't trying to listen to you.
Dude, I don't know how to pass no blunts. What the fuck were we talking about? I think I derailed this shit.
Just analyzing the history of not liking each other.
Oh. So we were saying that. Oh yeah, I was talking about my grandparents did shit.
See, and like I said, it's like a rarity. It doesn't like normally happen. What are the statistics? Like how many black people were in college in the 1940s?
Yeah. Which go ahead.
Then how many Latinos were in it? How many Mexicans were in college? That number is they're probably equal, if not less. And
I would say maybe.
And then if you're Native, my my grandfather both have like Native blood, so then that's even less education. So you just have this, you just keep passing down these belief systems that you don't question unless and other ideas are introduced to you.
Right. So where do you think? That's a dumb question. I was gonna say where do you think do you feel like you broke a cycle? And I was gonna say no. First, I was gonna say where do you think that cycle broke in your family? Because actually, you might not have been the person to break it. How could I assume that?
I feel like my mom tried, and she was very close, but that inspired me. So for me, I think my cycle is the women not being educated and having to rely on their husband, having to rely on a man for money. And then, like, I was discouraged from going to school. Like, just go work and get a job.
By?
My parents.
Okay.
Like, when I got pregnant, especially when I got pregnant, they're like, oh, you don't need to go to school. Just go ahead and, like, just, you know, have a family, do that shit. Just go to work, buy a house. But it's like, dude, like, that's just, like, I don't live in that kind of world that you grew up in. Times have, like, changed
nobody does.
Yeah, like, they were able to buy a house.
Right. That's fucked up.
In the span of, like, what, 10 years, prices went, the housing prices, like, skyrocketed. So, anyhow, it's just a different time. And for me, like, that's what it is. Like, my grandmother, one of my grandmothers, she has a lot of shit. I got, like, family drama going on with her and her house and my dad and his sister.
Wait, is she alive?
Yeah, she's alive.
Okay.
She's not. My grandfather died a few years ago, and ever since then, she's given up. And I think she gave up on life a long time ago. After talking to her, she never got to fulfill her dreams. Like, she said that when she was a teenager, she used to clean houses of this rich white family, and the dude wanted to be with her, but she was too scared. And then my grandfather beat her. He was a drunk, and she tried to go back home, and her father wouldn't let her. He's like, nope. She's like, he knew how he was, and he still wouldn't let me come home. So she was stuck. What was she supposed to do? So, like, carrying that pain, and then they said, like, there's actual scientific studies where, like, they find, like, when you are when you're pregnant, ooh, the baby, if you're having a female, she grows her eggs as she's growing.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So it's like, so you were developed in your grandmother's uterus, basically,
and you're carrying on
all of that.
Yeah.
And the same with my mom's mom. The same thing happened to her. I think that she was a gypsy. There was, like, she's a gypsy from Portugal, migrated to Hawaii. Her father was not really her biological father, and she didn't find that out until her mom died. And I was there with her when I found out that A, she was Portuguese, and B, like, that wasn't her real father. So just putting all, other than that, she hadn't known, because also during that time, you don't talk about things. You don't talk about your history, especially if you're running from something, or like I said, trying to create, because also she would bleach her hair blonde, and she had, like, black hair, so she was always trying to have.
Back then, you had to kind of hide your identity if you wanted to make it. Shit.
Yeah. So my mom's mother, she married my mom's dad, who's native Mexican, and her mom told her that she offered her a house and a car to leave that Mexican.
The natives do that?
Like, no, my grandmother's mom, she, so my great grandmother.
But what was she? Oh, just
she was, yeah, they were white, but like I said, she was always told that she was white. That was it. And then we found out that she's Portuguese.
I get it.
So, yeah, so her whole life she was just told that she was white, and that was it. Then I help her find out that she's actually Portuguese. And then, so, because her mom just, like, hid so much shit. She said that she didn't even know that you could get pregnant from sex.
Okay, so I was going to ask you, like, how did you said your mom tried to break the cycle? Tried. How did she try?
She tried to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was, like, possessive and jealous, and I kind of like how I think of how my brother is, like, a little, but my brother's not really jealous, but so she just stopped. Instead of just saying, like, fuck it and just doing her own thing, she didn't. She just settled. And then she, like, went to work at Home Depot. And she like, hurt herself there, like, the Home Depot she worked at, like, would get robbed a lot. It was in the hood, and it was not too far from the freeway, so it would get robbed.
Oh, what, on in Sigma Hill?
Yeah. And so she got pushed down in the store, jacked up her back and shit. So when it clicked for me was when it was time to go back to work. Like I got like a little side job at Kohl's, like a Christmas job. Like, oh, it'll be fun, do Christmas with the homies. Like, it's not even serious. I don't care. So then, whatever, like that job was over, and then the homie, she's like really trying to like get a job. So she went to work at Home Depot, and she's like, oh, you should try to like work at Home Depot. And I was like, no. And then I was like, then it came to like my kids are older, so it's like I do have extra time. So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna continue that path and just go work some like whatever job? My grandmother worked at a deli. My other grandmother like cleaned houses and ironed clothes, and then my mom worked at home, like just all these like regular jobs,
right?
Like, and it's like, so I was thinking like now like school's easy for me, so I mean it's not that easy, especially like once you add in kids and fucking relationship,
right.
But it was like, dude, like I have to break this cycle, and also because I have my own daughters watching me. Like, what am I gonna say to them? Like,
you're like, not gonna say the same thing. Not genetically. I want to say hereditary. What's the word I want to say? Hereditarily.
Yeah. So, anyways,
like you don't want to pass that same message down. So.
Yeah. So it's like I have no excuse.
The message is actually changing right now.
Right, and I, like I said, I really felt like I have no excuse to not go to school, and I knew I wouldn't have been happy, so I'm like, you know, if I can get, and then at the same time, my sister and my brother were in school, and they were like talking about financial aid, and I was like, oh shit, you know, I can get financial aid to go to school. Like, let me just fuck it. I'll just do that. I'll just go back to school. So, got 6 more classes, and then I'll graduate.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to go back to school anymore. I've done enough. But
you went to school in the first place, though.
Yeah. But if there's something I'm interested in, I might want to take a few classes. But nowadays, you got YouTube. I don't need to do that.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind taking a class, too, at the same time. I kind of like
the interaction. Yeah, it was fun, but...
But yeah, sometimes those classes are just so long. And then also, if you go to a class, you get like free, like good tutorials and shit.
I mean, you learn. For me, I would learn better.
But I guess you're right.
I would learn better in a classroom. But, I mean, unless I want my master's, fuck it.
But yeah, like you said, you already went to school, so I would just go back to community college because it's easier. So
well, that's where I would go.
Yeah. And it would just be just for fun, just to like brush up, and get my mind going, because YouTube is just.
Oh, you know what? Back on that other shit. Every time I lose my job, I just go back to school. But it's been 10 years. I haven't always lost my job. Sometimes I've quit. But every time like I'm in between jobs, I fucking go to fucking school for real. But it's, you know, like I said, it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, hey, I'm going to be applying for jobs, but until then, boom, I just enrolled in Long Beach City College, boom. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, one time I just took a photography class, and, no, I took like 2 photography classes, and like, I can't remember what the other one was. Like a marketing class, or, you know, something.
Yeah.
I had to drop out because I ended up in the hospital.
Oh my God.
That was with Taryn. Because remember, I told you I had to stay.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, fuck it. I cannot have babies anymore, probably.
Oh, no, fuck that.
I don't think I can hold it.
Well, I can't. I physically can't.
Well, I know.
So.
I know.
But I wouldn't want to.
I mean, I wouldn't want to either, but...
Even if I didn't have my uterus removed, I would have got my tubes tied. Like, he has a vasectomy, I would still get my tubes tied.
I tried.
Because that shit will grow back.
You want to know why I didn't get my tubes tied? Because of fucking time. Because I emergency had to go, ended up in a Catholic... It's the same hospital I had Jaden at. I wanted to have Taryn at that hospital anyway, but they weren't going to tie my tubes because this is a Catholic hospital. So, and I already knew I had to have a C-section, so they're like, we got to do it at the same time. So I was going to go to a hospital I didn't really want to go to just to get that shit done. And since I was like, just go to St. Mary's and see what the fuck's going on, I'm like, okay, we're going to keep you. And I was supposed to go to a party like the next day, my homegirl's birthday party. I was like, okay, like how long I'm going to be here? And we're like, no, for real, this is crazy. Like the same night. This is like 5 hours, and I was like, they're like, yeah, we're gonna keep you. I'm like, okay, so how long, like, I'm thinking about this party the next day. They're like, yeah, it looks like you had a baby. I'm like, what? I'm like 26 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
Or like less.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Okay, wait, what? Wait, I was working. That sucked. Anyway, I derailed everything we were talking about.
So, I don't know, I was probably just rambling. So, there's an art show, there's a company, a new business in Long Beach, and they want to have an art show. He's got his shop established, and he's going to have, like, a sign officially put up, and he wants to have, like, a little party for the sign. Mm-hmm. So, he was talking about, he asked me if I knew any artists, so I'm getting together, like, some ideas, some artists that I would like to see together. Mm-hmm. So I asked him, like, what he wants. So, basically, he has no idea, like, he's just kind of open to it. So, I'm kind of thinking, like, I could potentially just curate this show.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, you about to curate this shit? That's what I was about to say.
Yes.
Ooh. So, okay. So what, is this guy an artist himself?
No. He kind of is because he's a clothing designer.
Oh, okay. So what kind of art is, like, do you think, or do you know?
He already has graffiti in the store.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be something like that.
Okay. So he'd be open to, like, hip-hop art, graffiti art, ethnic art.
Yeah. Like, there's, Dre, he shoots, like, lowriders and stuff like that. He could have some photography.
So, like, how many people would he be, or how many artists would he be looking for?
So, he doesn't know.
Well, how much can you fill? Like, you already know the space?
Yeah, I already know the space.
So, how many artists do you imagine could,
I gotta look at the space
without,
again.
Like, being fucked up or whatever, a nice space. Each artist?
I would say, like, 10. Like, if they're gonna have one piece each.
Oh, for one piece?
Or maybe...
Dang, I was thinking, like, 3 or 4 pieces, and I was thinking, like, 6?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Actually, yeah, probably something like that. Because we could even use the shop front.
But who knows what the size? I was just thinking that would sound fair, I guess.
So it's about the size of the living room and the kitchen put together. But there's also, like, clothing. And there's also, like, murals kind of, like, on the floor. And I can't remember if they were on the walls or if their walls were just one color.
Wait. So this is already a shop.
Mm-hmm.
So what's his purpose of doing this?
Just to build a business, kind of get people...
So he wants to sell the art or just display it?
I don't know what he wants. But I don't think he even knows what he wants.
Right.
But what my deal is I'd rather just, and I think he would be okay with this, is, like, not trying to have a cut in anything. Just, if you sell your art, that's on you.
Right.
Like,
I was just wondering what his purpose was for it.
Oh, to build a business. Kind of to, like...
To, like, help artists sell the work? That's what I'm getting at. Like, is he trying to sell the shit out of the place?
No, and also, like, to boost business. So if you have a little party at your store, then your store will look trendy. People post it on Instagram. It's basically like a commercial for your store.
So he just wants to host an art show.
Yes. Yes.
He probably said that in the beginning, I believe.
Maybe I wasn't clear.
I think you did.
And so, anyways, he wants to have an art show.
Okay.
At his clothing.
Got it. That's why I was like, okay, is he trying to sell it? Is he just trying to present it? Like.
So I have one homie that's always like that I hit up, and I kind of like stopped hitting him up because he's just like annoying. He whines all the time. So then he started like, and then he proceeded to start whining again, talking about like, he's like, but I want to paint a wall. I'm like, dude, let me get to know this guy, and then I can what do you call it? I said I gotta get to like, you gotta get to first base before you can get to home, son. And he's like, I already had shows in downtown LA and blah blah blah. And
we didn't ask you that.
I said,
what I told you.
Sounds like you want free canvases. And I'm like, what? I said, first of all, or that's what he said, trying to make money or whatever. I was like, first of all, I ain't even trying to make money off no one. So, I said, I got you. Just stop ragging it.
Damn.
God,
you should stop ragging it. Oh, wow, Judy. Oh, that's fucked. I'm offended. You know why I'm offended?
Why?
Because you don't rag it. You don't rag it.
Because I don't?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was taken away
and
from
you
me.
told the dude that shit too?
Yeah, I told the dude that shit.
So offensive. I mean, that's kind of cool that you did tell the dude that. But I'm offended. Someone who has to rag it from time to time. Not from time to time, all the time.
My uterus was like, I was fucking gutted like a fish. My uterus was chopped out of me. Just like a fucking hacksaw. So anyways, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Wish me luck with this. Alright, thank you for listening. Till next time.
Alright, thank you guys for listening to the Mixed Greens. No, I don't do that.
You can.
I don't know how.
I'm gonna eat all this watermelon, so.
Anyway, go. We're out of here.
Alright, peace.
Yeah, bye. Shit, fuck it.
Mixed greens, don't judge me. It's not what it seems. Mixed greens, mixed greens. It's a show about everything. Now go tell a friend from mixed greens, mixed greens. Mixed greens, don't judge me. It's not what it seems. Mixed greens, mixed greens. It's a show about everything. Now go tell a friend from mixed greens, mixed greens.